New on BullMoon Tarot. Fire signs. Okay, fire signs. How are you guys doing? Let's go ahead and get started. I've already done a deep pre-shuffle. You guys are the second video for the Cancer season. I understand Venus has gone back direct today. A lot of the planets are in retrograde right now, and it's pretty well affecting most everybody. Okay, we're starting with vice versa. We're only going to do a 6 card this time. Okay, one more go, one more at it. Y'all let me know in the comments below which of the 4 decks that I'll be using is your favorite deck. Okay, I have the vice versa, the old style Lenormand, Crystal Visions, and postcards from Spirit. One more. Okay, there we go. Let's go ahead and see your underlying energy. And you have the 10 of Swords as your underlying energy. What's underneath that is the 2 of Cups. Okay, so do we have a breakup or an old relationship that is just very over? Okay, let's have a look at your issue at the heart of the matter. Is the 8 of Pentacles. That's called the Apprentice card. In the past, you have the 5 of Wands. That's, excuse me, defensive energy. So were you going to battle and you just kept working at it, and then, you know, I mean, you've got 10 swords in the armor here, and this may have had to do with a relationship. Okay, your present is the Hanged Man. Okay, so that talks about a shift in perspective. Your future is that the King or the Queen? That is the King, and he is facing backwards. Okay, so I get the feeling that's about going in. All right, forgive the sound, guys. I forgot to disable the there we go. Sound on my phone, excuse me. Okay, future 13, that's death. Okay, so transformation, and that's the traditional side of the card. So that's the other side of the card, the non-traditional version. So this would be after the death. This would be the rebirth, because you see the nude woman and the sun and everything. That's rebirth. Okay, so this is definitely a shift in energy, which makes sense because I think everybody's going through a severe shift in energy. Certainly the first video for water signs show a huge energetic shift. And so does this, because your major arcanas right here are the Hanged Man, which is a forced shift in perspective, and then death, which is total transformation. And you have a 10 right here, which also talks about the end of the cycle. I would say that this is the aftermath, right? Because 9s really represent the end of the cycle, and then a 10 is basically a 1. So this is the aftermath. And then so this is actually the traditional side of the card, where you're still at the scene of the crime, right? Still got all those knives in you. But on this side, you can see he's managed to get out of the armor, and he's just looking back on what the hell just happened, kind of thing. And the sun is going through this sort of eclipse. So you're seeing significant change, okay? And it may have had to do with the relationship. Let's go ahead and pull up these old style Lenormands here. These are still a relatively new deck for me, so I may have to consult the book. It's not a traditional deck. I'm curious about a lot of things that are going on here, but the first thing I want to clarify right here is this King of Cups that's facing in reverse. So I'm going to say that that's about going in internally and really checking yourself on the emotional storylines that you've been telling yourself, okay? Really consulting that inner well of emotion. And a big change coming up after that, okay? Once you go within. Let's see about it. Letter. Okay. Ooh, is that correspondence? I think that means somebody's getting in touch with you. And that's going to change stuff up for you. Okay. Let's go ahead and keep going. I'm going to get one pretty much for everybody. All of these cards out here. Let's go to the Two of Cups next. That says the Clover, and then we'll pull up the book here in just a minute, okay? Let's go Hanged Man. Dog. Okay. Interesting. Okay, one more. Actually, no. I'm gonna go one on each of these, just like I said I was gonna. Okay. If the cards will cooperate. Okay, let me have a clarifier for death over here. Oh wow, that's a whole lot of cards. One sec, y'all. It's too many cards to say our jumpers, so let's just keep going, okay? So we got a lot of energy coming out of this deck right here. So 1 second, guys. Give me a clarifier for death or change. Heart. Wow. Okay. See, I told you this has to do with a relationship. It's what it feels like to me. Let's go one for the 8. For the 8 of Pentacles right there. Right there. The ring. Okay. So, that kind of makes sense because we're talking about material gains. With the 8 of Pentacles. And if a ring is not what you would consider a material gain, then I'm not sure what else would be. What is this defensive energy over here? What were you willing to go to battle for? A lady. See, I told you this was about a relationship. Okay, so let's go ahead and pull up the book right here, because the old style of Norman is still kind of new for me. And we're gonna go from past to present, okay? Alright, so the lady, let's look her up. Changes, the woman's personality, female gender, femininity. In a reading for a man, this card indicates a wife, lover, girlfriend, sister, mother, or daughter, someone who is important to the questioner, or a very close woman. In a spread for a woman, the card symbolizes herself. Sometimes it indicates serious changes in the near future. It can also mean yin, passivity, compliance, intuition, instincts, or nurturing. Okay, let's move on to the ring. The ring is about promise, dedication, union, marriage, responsibility. The ring card is primarily about strong relationships based on commitment, such as successful marriages and long-term partnerships. The ring indicates the necessity of responsibility and a serious approach to obligations and liabilities. The ring can bring long-awaited conclusion to mutually desired treaties or other agreements. Nearby negative cards could signal the dissolution of the union, discontent, or conflicts. I mean, we're talking about conflict here and change here, and this talks about change. This may very well be the ending of a relationship for whoever this reading is for, okay, guys? And maybe it's not just about like the disillusion of a marriage, but any particular relationship you have um, with someone may be in a state of evolution, changing, a state of change. It looks like it's probably a romantic relationship, but it doesn't have to be, okay, guys? Let's go look at the clover. The clover is about luck, happiness, fate's gift, expectation. The clover card is a symbol of a spontaneous windfall, happy endings, luck and success, hope for the better, and the end of difficulties. Well, I mean, if that doesn't talk about the end of difficulties right there, I don't know what does, right? And the Two of Cups is a union, okay? It doesn't have to be romantic, but a lot of people see it that way. And this is talking about good luck, and it's also a 2, okay? It suggests a carefree life, even if it's temporary. Clover predicts the possibility of realizing your loftiest plans and wildest dreams. If you have dealt this card in combination with negative cards, it warns about the collapse of plans, possible loss, and disappointing circumstances. Okay. All right, let's move on to the dog. The dog is about friendship, loyalty, kindness, trust, partnership. This is absolutely a relationship reading for whoever is consuming this information, this reading right here. The dog card brings a sense of security associated with the presence of a friend and helper in life, someone you can always rely on. Near positive cards, the dog is a harbinger of luck. Near negative cards, it indicates an unreliable partner and insincere friends. To overcome obstacles, you need to trust your instincts. There will be situations in which friendship will be tested. And so, with that being like right on top of the Hanged Man, okay, that's you're really going to have to reevaluate with whom you have a relationship with or a partnership with. Um, yeah, it's really about considering who you keep in your company, who you keep close to you, and if you have disillusion up here, then maybe that former partner is this dog, and then you're going to be considering letting go of that. Right now, I don't think it's a bad thing, because especially considering it's situated in clover, okay? All right, let's jump over to the letter 27. Yeah, news, message, documents, important information. The letter card can symbolize an official document including contracts, certificates, notices, writs, reports, or announcements. This card refers to bureaucratic tasks, updates, and timely information, which may be conveyed in writing or through calls, emails, or conversation. The positive or negative nature of the news depends on the surrounding cards. The letter may also indicate a confidential agreement between two people. And given that it's on top, it's clarifying the King of Cups, who is normally very emotionally solid, right? Still waters run deep. This looks like this letter, this correspondence. I mean, guys, I don't want to say this, but it really feels very divorce-like for me on this, okay? Feels like whatever you're getting here just makes you need to turn within. All right, let's go for the heart. 24. Love, friendship, harmony, happiness, support. And it's clarifying rebirth, okay? So, death really is just it's a liminal space. Okay, guys, it's between, it's about change. So from one chapter to another chapter, and the heart is clarifying that rebirth right there. Excuse me. The heart indicates comfort, happiness, and a harmonious, loving relationship. It can refer to new relationships or increased feelings in established relationships, including close friendships. This card can bring serendipity, support from others, prosperity, and satisfaction in many areas. It signals potential for personal growth. And I told you that right there. You're having to go within for a rebirth. Excuse me, I need to cough. Pardon. Okay. In combination with negative cards, it means the breakdown of relations, conflict, difficult experiences, or heartlessness. And given where it's at, I mean, under in this relationship, under the conflict card, the changes, conflict. You know, I mean, it's all kind of reiterating the same message here. And I feel compelled to continue to pull some clarifiers, but I'm going to go with the Crystal Visions deck. And before I can even get started, you've got two poppers, and you have the Wheel of Fortune and the Eight of Cups. Okay, so the Eight of Cups talks about a lack of emotional fulfillment. You know what you're done with. You are so over it. You are done with it. You're going to go get your ninth cup because you know that you are worth it. And the Wheel of Fortune is about change. Things will be changing for the better. Okay, that's what comes up from me. It may be difficult because it's, you know, it's an ending. It's a 10. Okay. But remember, with all endings, there are beginnings. Okay. Can't have one without the other. Let's go one more. Let's talk about this dog. Who's this dog? A new truth. The dog is a new truth, which makes sense because you are in forced perspective change mode. You see how it looks like he's got his foot caught up in a wire or something's got him, you know, stuck up there. And his hands are behind his back, so chances are he's probably been tied up a little bit. Now he's hanging upside down. And if hanging upside down does not provide you a different perspective on the world, not much else will. Okay? And we asked about the dog. Who is the dog? What is the dog? And it's about a new truth. So the Ace of Swords tells you that. Okay? And a new truth absolutely can come from a new perspective. That's kind of the point. Let's talk about the ring. There it is right there. The Page of Cups. Alright. You're working towards new emotional fulfillment. That's what that Eight of Pentacles is right there. Okay, so Pentacles doesn't always have to be about money. It can also mean relationships. And this is about, like, commitment or the lack thereof, depending on the context of the cards around it, right? And we're talking about conflict and disillusion. So I would say this is budding new emotion that you're getting ready to do something with, okay? How about this windfall, this luck, or whatever that's over here in where the relationship is, this partnership. So it talks about partnership twice. So we've got at least 2 cards that talk about partnership, 3 cards that talk about partnership. And then you've got the clover that's like, hey, everything's fine here. Hey, everybody. So we're back. And apparently I've been recording for about 1.5 minutes, 2 minutes without the camera going. Okay, so I'm not entirely sure what all you missed, but I'm going to try and go back just a smidge, okay? We pulled up this Three of Wands to clarify what's going on up here with this partnership and the Clover and the Ten of Swords, okay? And the Three of Wands is about expectations. And I caution people to limit their expectations of others, okay? And what else was it? Oh yeah, the Four of Wands that came up right here, which the Four of Wands usually talks about commitment. And you have a commitment card up here as well with the ring, okay? And this is also about commitment. So basically what I'm getting out of this is absolutely a relationship reading, and there's going to be some significantly transformative energy coming into this relationship. It could be the ending of an old relationship, it could be the beginning of a new relationship, or it simply could mean that the way you're doing things in the current relationship you're in is about to significantly change. Okay? Let's go ahead and get you guys a postcard from Spirit. There it is. Okay, you got two. That's cool, because we did two for water. Alright, let's start with this one. Dearest you, everything is in divine order. Even in chaos, there is order, and we are always in awe of this. For you, though, on your human journey, things can get disorganized in your mind and physical reality. You need to get rid of the clutter, whether it be too many stories in your mind, too many what-ifs, or fearful thoughts of the past or future. Instead, focus on the now. Empty your mind, clean your house, and throw out any object that tells you an uncomfortable story. Discern what you have, sort, purge, clear, and organize. We want you to have space to fill with something better. Spirit loves a vacuum, as it gives space for brilliant new energy, which we talked about. Let go of what is not serving you and give order to what remains. See them and know their value. Your soul needs organization in order to keep your connection to us and to Spirit free of distractions. You are so adored by so many. We hope you really know that. Okay? And here's the next one. Dear you, now is one of those times you're being asked to add some distance, take a step back, and do nothing but observe. Right there. Don't worry about how long it's going to take to regroup. Just know it's temporary and actually an opportunity to take a breath, slow down, and look how far you've come. Decisions for the highest good are made when you have clarity. Clarity. You can't make this up, guys. Which comes from being open to information from both the intellect and the intuition. When you step into the role of observer, it's as if you turn on a switch that allows your soul to be an essential part of the information gathering and decision-making process. In this way, you can approach things from a more neutral and non-judgmental place. We know you'll make the right choice. Trust us when we say now is not the time to get too close to the fray. Step back now, you'll be glad you did. Love you. So, I agree wholeheartedly, okay? Don't be in a hurry to make commitments that you're not ready for, okay? You may get some information that may lead to some discomfort, but all is well because things are going to turn around in your favor, okay? It may be a difficult time in your relationships, but definitely step back, allow yourself some time to approach clarity, and not just from the mental space, but also from the emotional space. Okay, guys, that was a big reading fire. I hope you enjoyed it. Give me a big thumbs up if you did. Let me know in the comments below which of the decks are your favorite. And I hope you'll stick around for the next video, which is Earth. Alright, thanks so much, guys. Bye-bye. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share. Thanks for watching, everyone. We'll see you in the next video.